don't you talk to your parents anymore? My parents discovered I wasn't their biological child when I was 16, not through some dramatic DNA test, through my little sister's science project. She was doing genetics homework, mapping out eye colors, and couldn't make our family tree work. Brown eyes plus brown eyes can't make blue eyes, she said, pointing at me. Mom went white. Dad started stuttering about recessive genes. That night, I heard them screaming through the walls. Mom admitted she'd had an affair 17 years ago. Dad wasn't my father. The man who raised me, taught me to ride a bike, helped with homework for 16 years, suddenly looked at me like I was a stranger. The change was immediate and brutal. Dad stopped coming to my baseball games. When I'd try talking to him, he'd respond with one-word answers or just leave the room. Mom kept insisting nothing had changed, but she'd flinch whenever Dad was cold to me. Then came the comparisons. Every family dinner became a catalog of how my sister and I were different. Look how naturally athletic Sophie is, Dad would say, watching her throw a ball. She gets that from me. The implication hung in the air like poison. They started treating me like a house guest. My curfew got earlier while my sisters stayed the same. My allowance got cut because money's tight, but Sophie got new clothes whenever she asked. When I brought it up, Mom said I was being dramatic. The worst part was watching them rewrite history. Photos of me got moved to the back of albums. My baby pictures disappeared from the mantle. Dad started telling stories about Sophie's milestones while pretending mine never happened. It was like they were erasing 16 years. My breaking point came during Christmas. Extended family was over, and Uncle Mike asked about my college plans. Dad said, well, he's not really academic like Sophie. Different genetics, you know. He said genetics like it was a dirty word. That's when it clicked. They didn't just learn I wasn't blood related. They decided I wasn't family. So I made a choice that destroyed them. I found my biological father. His name was John Sins. He lived 3 states away. Had no idea I existed. When I called him, he cried. Actually cried. Said he'd wondered about my mom for years. Hoped she was happy. 2 weeks later, John drove 400 miles to meet me. He brought photo albums of his family. Told me about my half-brother who played baseball like me. Showed me pictures of my real grandmother who had died the year before. But here's what broke my parents. John didn't just accept me. He celebrated me. Within a month, he'd driven back twice more. He came to my games, met my friends, took me car shopping for my 17th birthday. My parents watched this man give me everything they'd taken away. Dad became obsessed, calling John a stranger trying to steal his son. Mom begged me to stop seeing him, said it was destroying our family. I told them they'd already destroyed it the night they decided biology mattered more than 16 years of love. The final blow came at graduation. Both my families showed up. John sat in the front row cheering.